You open your electric bill expecting the usual amount, maybe $120, maybe $180, maybe $250. But this month, $347. And immediately you start wondering, wait a minute, what happened? You didn't buy a swimming pool. You didn't suddenly start running a restaurant from your kitchen. And as far as you know, nobody secretly installed an electric vehicle charger in your garage. So why did your electric bill suddenly increase? Before you blame the electric company, there are 12 things you should check around your home. And some of them can quietly add hundreds of dollars to your electricity costs over time. Even more importantly, I'm going to show you what you can do about each one. And pay close attention to number 9 because it's something many homeowners rarely check. Yet it can cause a surprisingly large jump in electricity usage. Let's start with one of the biggest energy users in almost every home. Chapter 1. Check your air conditioner or heating system. Heating and cooling can account for a huge portion of your home's energy use. So, when your electric bill suddenly jumps, your HVAC system should be one of the first things you investigate. Ask yourself, has the weather been unusually hot or cold? Is the air conditioner running longer than normal? Does the house take longer to reach the temperature on your thermostat? Are some rooms suddenly warmer or colder than others? If your air conditioner normally runs for 15 minutes at a time but now seems to run almost continuously, something may be wrong. A dirty air filter can restrict airflow. Dirty coils can reduce efficiency. Low refrigerant or mechanical problems can make the system work harder. And an older HVAC system may simply consume more electricity than it once did. What to do? Start with the easiest solution. Check your air filter. If it's dirty, replace it. Then check your thermostat settings and make sure nobody accidentally changed the temperature. Keep doors and windows closed while the system is running, and make sure your vents aren't blocked by furniture, curtains, or rugs. If the system continues running excessively or isn't cooling or heating properly, consider having it professionally inspected. A relatively small maintenance problem can become an expensive electricity problem when your HVAC system runs for hours every day. 2. Check your thermostat settings. Sometimes the mysterious increase isn't mysterious at all. Someone changed the thermostat. Maybe your normal summer temperature is 76 degrees, but someone changed it to 70. That 6-degree difference may not look dramatic on the thermostat, but your air conditioner definitely notices. The same applies during winter. The larger the difference between the outdoor temperature and the temperature you're trying to maintain inside, the harder your HVAC system may need to work. What to do? Choose a comfortable but reasonable temperature and avoid constantly changing it. If you're away from home for long periods, consider using a programmable or smart thermostat to automatically adjust temperatures. Also check the thermostat schedule. A programming mistake could have your air conditioner cooling an empty house at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or your heater warming the house while everyone is at work. Fixing the schedule takes minutes. Paying for the mistake can last all month. 3. Check for air leaks around windows and doors. Imagine paying to cool your house, while some of that cool air escapes directly outside. That's exactly what happens when your home has significant air leaks. Small gaps around doors, windows, attic access points, and other openings can allow conditioned air to escape while outdoor air enters. Your HVAC system then has to compensate. It cools. The cool air escapes. More hot air enters. The system cools again. And your electric meter keeps moving. What to do? Walk around your home and inspect windows and exterior doors. Look for visible gaps, damaged weather stripping, and deteriorating caulk. You may even notice drafts around certain areas. Replace damaged weather stripping and seal appropriate gaps around windows and doors. Also check your attic insulation if your home struggles to maintain a comfortable temperature. You're not trying to make your house completely airtight. You're trying to stop unnecessary air conditioning loss. 4. Check your water heater. Your water heater is another appliance that can quietly consume a significant amount of energy. And because it usually sits somewhere out of sight, you may not think about it until something goes wrong. But consider how often you use hot water. Showers, laundry, dishwashing, cleaning, hand washing. Now imagine the water heater working harder than necessary every single day. A thermostat set unnecessarily high, sediment buildup, increased hot water use, or a malfunction can increase energy consumption. What to do? First, check the temperature setting and follow the manufacturer's recommendations for your unit. Then think about whether your household's hot water habits recently changed. Are people taking longer showers? Are you washing more clothes with hot water? Are you running the dishwasher more frequently? Also, inspect the water heater for obvious signs of leakage or malfunction. If the unit seems to run excessively, produces inconsistent temperatures, leaks, or behaves unusually, have a qualified professional inspect it. 5. Check your refrigerator and freezer. Your refrigerator doesn't get weekends off. It works 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That means even a modest efficiency problem can add up. One common issue is a damaged refrigerator door seal. If cold air escapes, the refrigerator has to keep running to maintain its internal temperature. Another problem? Dirty condenser coils. And then there's the garage refrigerator. Many families have an old refrigerator or freezer sitting in the garage because, well, it still works, yes. But the real question is, how much electricity is it using to keep working? What to do? Check the refrigerator door gasket. Close the door and make sure it seals properly. Clean accessible condenser coils according to the manufacturer's instructions. Make sure the refrigerator has adequate ventilation. And if you have an old second refrigerator or freezer that you barely use, consider whether keeping it plugged in year-round is worth the electricity cost. That old garage refrigerator storing 3 bottles of water and a frozen turkey might be enjoying a very expensive retirement. 6. Check your clothes. Dryer. Your dryer produces heat, and producing heat requires energy. If you suddenly started doing more laundry, your electricity use may increase. But there's another problem many households overlook: a clogged dryer vent. Restricted airflow can make clothes take longer to dry. So instead of one drying cycle, you run 2. And maybe you think, this dryer is getting old. Not necessarily. It may simply be struggling to move air efficiently. What to do? Clean the lint filter after every load. Inspect and clean the dryer vent as recommended for your appliance and home. And pay attention to drying times. If clothes suddenly require much longer than before, investigate the reason instead of automatically running another full cycle. When possible, wash full loads and avoid using the dryer for just a few items. 7. Check for phantom energy use. Here's where things get interesting. Some devices continue consuming electricity even when you think they're turned off. Televisions, game consoles, cable boxes, computers, printers, chargers, speakers, kitchen appliances, smart home devices. Individually, many of these may not seem like a big deal, but multiply them across an entire house, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and standby electricity consumption can become another piece of your total bill. What to do? Unplug devices that you rarely use. For entertainment centers and computer setups, consider using appropriate power strips that make it easier to shut down multiple devices when they're not needed. But don't obsess over unplugging every tiny appliance while ignoring your air conditioner running non-stop. Focus on the big energy users first, then reduce smaller sources of waste. 8. Check whether your electricity rate changed. Here's an important distinction. A higher electric bill does not automatically mean you used more electricity. Your electricity rate may have changed. Fuel charges may have changed. Taxes or fees may have changed. A temporary adjustment or previous balance could have appeared on the bill. That's why comparing only the dollar amount can be misleading. What to do? Take out this month's bill and compare it with the previous month, and ideally the same month last year. Look at your kilowatt-hour usage, often shown as kWh. If you used roughly the same number of kilowatt-hours but paid considerably more, investigate the rate, fees, taxes, and other charges. If the number of kilowatts increases significantly, then something in or around your home probably caused higher consumption. That one comparison can immediately point your investigation in the right direction. 9. Check your heat pump's auxiliary or emergency heat. Remember when I told you number 9 was important? Here it is. If your home uses a heat pump, your system may have auxiliary heat or emergency heat. Under certain conditions, electric resistance heating may kick in to help warm the house. That can require substantially more electricity than normal heat pump operation. Sometimes auxiliary heat is operating because the weather is extremely cold. But if it's running excessively because of a thermostat setting, system problem, or other issue, your electricity consumption can rise quickly. What to do? Check your thermostat display. Do you frequently see something like AUX heat or emergency heat? Emergency heat generally should not be casually switched on as your everyday heating mode. If auxiliary heat seems to be running unusually often when conditions don't appear to justify it, have the system checked by a qualified HVAC technician. This is one of those situations where identifying the problem early could prevent another unpleasant bill. 10. Check new appliances and new habits. Think about what changed in your household over the last 30 to 60 days. Did someone start working from home? Did your child come home from college? Did relatives move in temporarily? Did you buy a second freezer? A space heater? Portable air conditioner? Dehumidifier? Pool pump? Hot tub? Gaming computer? Electric vehicle? Did you start charging something regularly that you weren't charging before? Sometimes there's nothing wrong with the house. Your lifestyle changed. One new device might not seem significant, but several new electricity-consuming habits can change your monthly usage. What to do? Make a quick list of anything electrical that was added recently. Then estimate how many hours each device runs every day. Pay particular attention to appliances that create heat, cooling, or continuous operation, because they can be heavy electricity users. If you want to go further, a plug-in electricity usage monitor can help measure the consumption of compatible plug-in appliances. 11. Check your pool pump, well pump, or sump pump. This one won't apply to everyone. But if it applies to you, pay attention. Pumps can consume a surprising amount of electricity when they run longer than necessary. A pool pump timer could be incorrectly programmed. A well pump might cycle excessively because of a leak or equipment problem. A sump pump may run more frequently after heavy rain or because water conditions have changed. And because these devices often operate away from your main living space, you might not notice the increased runtime. What to do? Check operating schedules and listen for unusually frequent cycling. For pool equipment, review your pump schedule and manufacturer recommendations. For well systems, unusual cycling or changes in water pressure deserve investigation. And if a sump pump suddenly runs far more frequently than usual, find out why. The goal isn't simply to turn equipment off. The goal is to determine whether it's operating normally and efficiently. 12. Check your electric meter and billing period. Finally, check something almost everyone overlooks: the billing period itself. Not every electric bill covers exactly the same number of days. Imagine one bill covering 28 days. The next covers 33. Even if your average daily electricity use stays the same, the 33-day bill will naturally be higher. That's 5 additional days of air conditioning, refrigeration, hot water, cooking, lighting, laundry, and everything else. Also check whether your utility bill indicates an actual meter reading, estimated usage, or an adjustment. What to do? Compare the number of billing days. Then calculate your approximate electricity usage per day. For example, if you used 200 kilowatt hours over 30 days, that's about 40 kilowatt hours per day. If the next month shows 1,500 kilowatt hours over 30 days, that's 50 per day. Now you know your actual daily consumption increased. But if the bill simply covered more days, the explanation may be much simpler. If the meter reading or consumption appears completely inconsistent with your household's normal usage, contact your utility company and ask them to explain the reading and charges. Before you call the electric company, do this 5-minute check. So your bill suddenly increased. Don't panic. And don't immediately start unplugging everything in the house. Do this instead. Step 1. Compare this month's kilowatt-hour usage with last month and the same month last year. Step 2. Compare the number of billing days. Step 3. Check whether the electricity rate or additional charges changed. Step 4. Think about the weather. Was it dramatically hotter or colder? Step 5. Check your biggest electricity users: HVAC, water heater, dryer, refrigerator, pumps, and any new appliances. That 5-minute investigation may tell you more than staring at the dollar amount ever will. Bonus: how to start lowering your electric bill. Once you identify the likely cause, start with the changes that give you the biggest return. Maintain your heating and cooling system. Replace dirty HVAC filters. Use reasonable thermostat settings. Seal obvious air leaks. Reduce unnecessary hot water use. Clean refrigerator coils and check door seals. Maintain your dryer vent. Turn off or unplug devices you rarely use. Review pool and pump schedules. And most importantly, track your kilowatt-hour usage, not just the amount of money you paid. Because your bill is the final result. Your electricity consumption tells you the story behind it. A suddenly higher electric bill doesn't always mean something is broken. It could be extreme weather. It could be additional billing days. It could be a rate change. It could be your air conditioner. It could be auxiliary heat. Or it could be a new appliance quietly running for hours every day. But instead of guessing, work through these 12 checks one by one. Start with your bill, then your HVAC system, then your thermostat, then your major appliances. That gives you a much better chance of finding the real culprit and fixing the problem before the next bill arrives. And now I want to hear from you. Has your electric bill suddenly increased recently? Tell me in the comments how much it has increased and what you think caused it. Your experience may help someone else figure out what's happening in their home. If this video helps you understand where your money may be going, hit the like button. Subscribe for more practical money-saving tips that can help you reduce household expenses and keep more of your income. And share this video with a friend or family member who recently looked at their electric bill and said, "There is no way I use this much electricity." Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.